Let's import an image of Louis C.K.'s face. Next, I'll import the Louis title that will sit atop the image near the neck of the shirt. I'm checking it for size until it looks proportionate to Louis' face. Finally, we'll bring in the quote, "Everything is amazing." That is the punchline from one of Louis' classic comedy bits. I'll align the text and pick a font. I used Minion Pro for this project. Once I'm happy with the way it looks, I save as a JPEG to the folder. Let's close out of Photoshop and open the Stencil cutting software. Our Stencil printer is a Silhouette Cameo, which comes with Silhouette Studio as its design software. Let's import the Louis image we just saved. Let's resize the image so it fits. Just imagine the box as the front of the t-shirt, below the neck and above the waist. I flipped the image horizontally because we cut on the reverse side of the paper, which I then ironed onto the t-shirt. Next, I'll select the area for cutting by the Stencil printer. The red line around the border of the image is where the printer will make its cuts. I use freezer paper as the stencil material. The backside is slightly waxy and can be ironed on fabric temporarily. I cut a square sheet and apply it to our cutting mat, which feeds into the Stencil printer. Since we flipped the image horizontally into the software, I place the waxy side up. I load the cutting mat into the Stencil printer. Back in the software, I simply send the project to the Stencil printer and let it work its magic. Once cut, carefully remove the stencil from the cutting mat. My dad is doing this because he looks a bit like Louis C.K. He is bald and has a lot of freckles. Remove the cut pieces until only the portions of the stencil that will be ironed on the shirt remain. Once cut, iron the freezer paper onto the blank t-shirt. Be careful not to leave any loose paper on the shirt. For the paint, I use Speedball fabric paint. For this project, I'm using red and black. I place a sheet of construction paper inside the t-shirt to prevent the paint seeping through the back of the shirt. I paint the black areas first, which will be the font and some parts of Louis' face. Then I add red for the majority of his face because Louis is a redhead. I give the shirt 12 hours to fully dry. Once fully dry, I carefully peel off the stencil. Then I place a kitchen towel or a second t-shirt over the new paint and iron at high heat to seal in the paint. Once I've ironed sufficiently, I can then iron directly onto the painted surface. If you iron too soon, the paint may stick to the bottom of the iron. The shirt is now ready to wear. Everything is amazing and nobody's happy.